Hello everyone. You've watched me tutorials of how to set Championship Manager up. For this April data update, basically there's an issue with the international tournaments history, and I think it might be because of the start years in 2020, something to do with a lot of the tournaments were postponed, weren't they, because of the coronavirus. So I think somewhere in the game it's messed the histories up a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. So here are the 7 tournaments that are affected. So you've got the African Nations, Asian Cup, Copa America, OFC Nations Cup, Olympics, European Championship, and sorry, there's another one, the World Cup. I'll get that open. There it is, and the World Cup. So if you look at it, there's a few problems. So you've got a duplicate history there. You've got France, Croatia and Belgium. It's duplicated twice. Obviously that wasn't the case. And also you'll see that they're a year forward. So France actually won it in 2018, but here it says 2019. Germany actually won it in 2014. But here it says 2015, so the history is a year forward. So obviously that's not right, and it needs sorting. I'm going to show you how in a minute. Also another thing, what I found, where is it? This does happen sometimes. The Euros, obviously, again, they're a year forward, as are all these competitions, but also it's missing the very first European Championships history. So that was a Soviet Union Yugoslavia final, which Soviet Union won in 1960, and that history's been missed out. So we need to add that as well to give it their complete realness. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So you'd be in Nick's Patcher again. If you haven't got it, open it up. You'd go to Tools, History Editor, and this is a handy little tool, this is. There we go. So firstly we'll do the World Cup. So you go to the FIFA World Cup, you'll see that there's a duplicate there, so you'll click on one of them and click delete row, and it will get rid of one of them, so you now only have one of them histories. Also what you would do, you would change that to -1 shift years, so you want that to change to 98. Okay, obviously they're not right, but you've got to remember this is history editor's set for the 01-02 season, so that's why they're all like that, but they are right, trust me, once you do this. So shift years by -1, there you go, that's now all right, everything's right as it should be. Okay, so that's what you do. You'd also do the same with, I believe, the Confederations Cup's probably out as well. Let me just check that. Okay, so I've just found out the Confederations Cup was actually abolished. They got rid of it in favour of a different, better World Cup or something. So, yeah, apparently that's gone now. That's interesting. I didn't even know that, to be honest with you. If you wanted to make the game even more complete, if you're a bit of a geeko like me, you could add in the extra history here. Okay, so I'm just having a look at that now. So the latest it went up to was France and Japan. So what you would do, the next one after that was France and Cameroon, and that was 2 years later. So you'd put in 1984, and then you'd do France, Cameroon, like that, and the third and fourth was Turkey and Colombia. This is just if you're a bit of a geek like me. I like completeness, see. Even though it's finished, it's nice to see it on that nation's history, isn't it? So that's just the way I like it. So the next one would be 1986. This is completely off what we was meant to be doing, but I will show you that after. But we might as well do this while we're here. Next one is Brazil. They beat Argentina. And Germany beat Mexico in the third and fourth. Germany, Mexico. Okay. So Argentina. Then it was 4 years later, so it's in 2009. So that would be 1990 on here. I'll show you what to do in a minute, don't worry. Brazil won it again. This time they beat United States. Okay. And it was Spain and South Africa. Okay, we're nearly there. Then it was another 4 years, so 1994 here. Bloody hell, Brazil won it again. Smashing the Confederations Cup. This time they beat Spain. So it was Spain, and it was Italy who beat Uruguay on penalties. Italy beat Uruguay on penalties. Okay. And then the last one they held was another 4 years later, so we put 1998 in here, and the Germans won it. They beat Chile. Portugal beat Mexico, and that was the last one they held. Okay. Then what you want to do is shift the years by -1, so that should go to 1997. There we go, and that's all sorted. So that's complete there. If you want to do that for completeness, it's just nice to see it on their history, isn't it, on the nation's history. So we've done the World Cup, didn't we? We put that a year back. Okay, brilliant. Next, it'll be European Championship. Now remember I said about that missing piece of history. We'll just double check. Yeah, it was missing. Okay, so 1945, 1949, so we want to put that in as 1941. Okay, 1941. It was, sorry, wrong thing there. The Soviet Union won it, the first ever one, and even though they're gone now as a nation, they beat Yugoslavia. Third place was not Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia, and the hosts of the tournament were France. There we go, France. Okay, and then you want to shift the years by 1. Okay, we should come out of that, come back in, and there it is, it's reset itself. That's all good now, all good to go. Okay, so the Asian Cup was a year behind. You need to shift the years there by 1. The African Cup of Nations was behind, so shift that by 1. Just check everything else. Copa America, shift that by 1. We've done the Confed Cup, we've done the World Cup. Nations Cup, shift by 1. Olympic Games, shift by 1. We've done the Euros, we've done that. I think that might be it. That's it, I think. Perfect. So all you do now is go to save. History saved. Okay, out you come, out you come. I would click apply again just in case. There we go, patch successfully, and that should sort everything out in regards to the history of your game, because as I said, when you go into it, it's all a bit messed up and things. That should sort it out with no issues and no problems. There you go.